Imagine yourself in Nagaland on a Sunday morning or an important occasion. Closely observe the clothes that people are wearing. On these special days, most Nagas would drape themselves in their best shawls and mekhlas. Today, we will be focusing on this art that produces all these beautiful attires: weaving. Hello students, would you believe that in the past, almost every Naga woman knew how to weave? A mother introduced weaving to her daughter at a very young age. A little girl began her journey into this exciting craft by weaving simple sashes and belts. This was the way in which the traditional art of weaving was passed on by every mother to her daughter. Even today, when we visit Naga villages, one of the most common sights we see is women weaving. Weaving among the Nagas is confined only to women, and they are solely responsible for the production of our Naga textiles. Let us learn how our beautiful and unique Naga textiles are made. Like every other craft, the production of textiles, from the extraction of raw materials to the finished piece, follows a process. This process can be divided into two stages. 1, the production of yarn, and 2, the weaving of cloth. Let us first discuss the production of yarn. So, what is yarn? In simple words, yarn is a long thread used for weaving or making cloth. Traditionally, yarns were made from natural fibers like nettle, cotton, jute, and tree bark. Today, with the easy availability of other yarns in the market, most weavers no longer make yarns on their own, but buy it straight from the market. There are very few women in Nagaland who are still following the traditional process of growing the raw materials and turning them into yarn. One of them is Savalokasaw of Yorba village in Pek district.
부거노 다쇼 부스노 드리치어 집에노 다쇼 히히 부스노 드리치즈 다쇼 히 부스노 불불 트랄 도스노 도기제 우포노 우세지노 불 우세스스 다쇼 스스 라 부보노 부보 뜬나스스 뜬나스스스노 우실고 nhỏ Sisi usulugo nyolaba sno kapusno shoprele no jes no jekumun no busno shorchi sno busno z sisi z sno zihi bubo zizi silisa busno kwedo chi no hihibi zikuzo uko dasho hibuno hachi wozwe.
Once the yarn is ready, the dyeing process begins. Dyeing is to add color or change color. Dyeing yarn was a long process, and a lot of superstition surrounded it. Pregnant women were not allowed to touch dye, and in some villages, only old women could dye the yarn. Natural ingredients would be cooked, and the yarn had to be dipped several times in the liquid to get the right shade. Naga dyes were made from leaves, flowers, tree bark, and the roots of plants and herbs, along with ash or rice brew. The next step is called warping. Nagas practiced two methods of warping. 1. Horizontal warp winding. 2. Vertical warp winding. With horizontal warp winding, the weaver sits in her loom right from the beginning, and a second helper is needed for warping. In vertical warp winding, the weaver winds the thread around several sticks plugged to the ground or into a board. This technique can be managed by a single person. Once the warping process is done, the weaving begins. The method used by all Nagas to weave is called Loin loom or backstrap weaving. In this method, one end of the warp is attached to a fixed, solid object and the other to the weaver by means of a strap around her back. The yarn is then woven into the fabric on the loin loom. While there is only one style to do basic weaving, there are different ways to add design patterns and motifs. They are adding pattern while weaving, embroidery, decorating with solid objects, painting on cloth. All the implements and tools are made from either wood or bamboo. Each tool has a specific function in the process of weaving. The names of the tools used are upper beam, lower beam, stick shuttle, coil rod, heddle rod, shed stick, bamboo roller, backstrap. Let me take you through some important parts of weaving. 1. Weaving is a skill that involves hard work and practice. It is said that taking frequent breaks from weaving would affect the shape and quality of the final product, and so most weavers would sit on the loom for long hours. 2. Weaving is a creative process. Every Naga tribe has their own set of mekhlas, shawls, kilts, shoulder sashes and loincloths. These designs reflect the identity, history and stories of those who wear it. Apart from traditional designs, a lot of new and modern designs are being created today, such as dresses, skirts, waistcoats, neckties and bags. Other home furnishing products like cushion covers, table runners and many more are also becoming popular. 3. Weaving has economic benefits. In the past, a woman was expected to weave, and through her weaving, she was able to clothe her family. But over the years, weaving has taken a bigger role. Women today are able to economically sustain their families through earnings generated from weaving. Well, students, I hope you have learned something new today. The next time you see a shawl, mekhla or traditional attire, I hope you will be more curious. Remember, a lot of creativity, hard work and labor has gone into creating it. We should wear our woven cloths with pride. As Nagas, our identities and stories lie in the attires that clothe and keep us warm. It is on you and on me. Let us save our stories together.